founders, so the CEO, the founders, whoever is at the top, they should understand the employees. In my case, I put two things in the list, like at the top of the top. First is customers, like care about the customers. Second is employees, because customers are the markets, because they give you the money. That's how you run the company. And second is, to run the company, you need efficient people in the back end doing the work, and the work should be high quality. For example, let's say you have a tire, right? The tire of car. Let's say like there are a few knots that needs to be fixed in the tire. If one knot is not working, then you can't run the car, right? Then you can't run the company. If the employees are not well taken care of. And I think most founders, most CEOs miss these things because they just think, okay, I'm the one here. This is my company. I control everything here. Okay, let me do this. This is okay. You go do this. You go do this. They just want to order. And I think there's a difference between boss and leaders. Have you heard about Dan Martell? No? Just go look on YouTube. Like he has around 2 million subscribers right now. He's growing pretty big. And I think he grew his SaaS company, software company to, I think, $100 million or something, exit in 10 years. And he says, there's a difference between boss and a leader. Boss is like, okay, this is the thing. Just do this thing by tomorrow or you're fired, right? The leader is,
They don't care. Yeah.
the leader is, do this thing. What are the problems? Just give me the problems, and we will, not only me, not only you, both of us work together to get this thing out together, right?
Well, that's it. As I said, like lead from the front. Like a true leader rocks up. So like you can't say to somebody like we've got this massive client problem and it's due for tomorrow, and then we roll out that's at 5:00 and go about your business and go to dinner or do whatever and leave everybody else there working. That's not a good leader. A good leader is sitting down going, right, how do we fix this without breaking anything else and without like keeping everybody here till 10:00 at night? How do we partner and work together? And a good leader partners with their employees. It's a big, big thing. Like if you partner with your employees and you trust them, yeah, and you listen. That's what it's about, listening. Some employees want you to be more hands-on with them because it's their style of working. Other employees want you to step back, and it's about understanding your team, understanding how they work, and then working alongside that. I said, it's about advocating for your team. It's about taking the hit so it doesn't flow down. I've had people make mistakes that they come and they're freaking out, and I'm like, I just need you to breathe first. Okay. I will go and speak to the managers. I will explain it's happened. I will get it sorted. And it's about being able to be that wall, that barrier, that buffer to the nonsense or the chaos that sometimes employees face when they're just trying to get their job done.
Yep.
Yeah. It's so important to me. Like, it's so important to me that people understand that HR is not
just the police of an organization.
Yes, like I think most people are just afraid to go in front of like HR people. And I want to circle back into your point. You said clear communication, good leadership, the KPIs they need to track. Okay, they need to know exactly what they need to do, not other things outside of your lane. For example, if you go to a marketing or sales guy, they need to know, okay, what are their KPIs? Like generate this leads. We have to spend this much money on marketing. Okay, this might get this much result. Okay, what's the conversion rate? All of those things, those are marketing leads. They can't go and do the product side. Okay, we need to build this feature. We need to do this thing. Or they can't run into financing. Okay, I need to pay these bills. Like they can't do all of those things. I think that thing, and I want to focus on these things. How much do you think is it? Like how much percentage? For example, in my case, and I am primarily marketing guy, right? Marketing guy. Let's say I have KPI A to take care of, right? KPI category A of KPIs. All of those are my KPIs. Then category B, like all of those are other KPIs, right? How much percentage do you think? Is it 80% A, 80% B? Or is it 90% A? 80% A, 20% B, or 90% A, 10% B? Because I think sometimes there are like urgent or emergency conditions, right? You might have to handle these B KPIs, other people's KPIs. How much percentage do you think it balances? Like, what's the sweet spot?
I think it depends on the role and the interaction. But like say like software engineering and product, they kind of go hand in hand, right? I've worked for companies where those two departments both report into the CTO. And I've worked in companies where they're completely separate entities, but they're very much codependent on each other. And when it's like that, when it comes to like appraisals, reviews, all of those things, you build forms and functions where people can feedback on each other, right? Because then I would say it depends. 70 to 20% is your role holistically, everything that you do. And then the 20% is that feedback that you're getting from everybody else. So like that feedback that's coming in, you might be able to ask 5 people to give you feedback about you. Yeah. It goes directly to your manager. Your manager then sees it, looks at everything else, and then they combine everything together and give you like your performance rating. So if you are a great person at selling or building products in this thing, like you're amazing, you do everything that you're meant to do. Yeah. But you are awful, awful to the engineering guys. They give you feedback and you're just mean and you don't listen and you stomp your feet because you want what you want when you want it. Yeah. That's going to tank some of your score because you're impacting people in another team. You're making their work life really unhappy. So that's when the leader steps in, is like, you were great, but look at what's happening. There is an impact, a knock-on effect. Why is it you feel that you need to do that? Is it something that I'm doing that makes you do that? No. Then why is it that you're doing that? Well, I just feel like my stuff's important. Everybody's stuff's important. You need to be respectful. Are you following like the SLAs of the team? Are you doing what you're meant to do? Are you giving them all the information that they need when you're making these requests? If you don't, that slows everything down. Yeah. And it's that. So if it's like that, then that's how you kind of balance it. So you could be like the top marks, you could be exceptional for your selling skills, but you could be mediocre or inconsistent when it comes to connections with people within the business. Does that make sense? So you'd average out somewhere, but there's always some kind of feedback, good like appraisals, reviews, feedback asks people to give you like a 360. Even if it's not a 360, even if it's a 180, you get what I mean? Like you get that feedback back.
You need the feedback from the higher guys, the top guys, the managers, the CFOs, CEOs, right? CTOs. Awesome. So that's the feedback loop. So you need clear communication, feedback, and basically leaders needs to behave well with the employees, right? They just can't go out there. Okay, I need this. Just do this only, right?
This is just a small request. If you are one of the only people to watch this podcast, you have a special power of subscription. Your subscription directly helps us unlock our first $1,000 donation. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, you'll get to vote on which charity receives it. So please subscribe. Your voice truly matters.